Why, it's Teen Wolf.
There's something impish about him, and yet he's not annoying.
It was an innate comic timing that he has.
He's as daring as he is talented.
I don't want to be totally Pollyannish about it. It sucks. It's a drag. I didn't want to be, a professional sick person.
He took something so devastating and said, okay, I can make a difference here.
Michael J. Fox is next on Biography.
Nothing to lose.
Leads you to where you are today.
I believe in storytelling.
Gonna make you a star.
I'm still trying to figure that out. Biography.
I know around here I might appear like a pretty clean-cut guy, but at home, forget about it. Complete lunatic.
He defined his young career, and perhaps even a decade, as the conservative Nixon-worshipping teenage capitalist on the 80s TV hit Family Ties.
God, I look good.
Women found him very attractive, and men or women were not put off by him because there was something slightly bumbling about him. Yes, he would step on you to get your job, but you still kind of liked him in there.
I saw him develop a real fine comic timing. How he could take one joke and he could get 3 laughs out of it.
She kissed me. A big one. Nearly tore the ligaments in my neck.
By the age of 21, Fox had achieved a stunning level of success, a hit TV show, and the lead in the #1 movie in the country. Back to the Future became one of the highest-grossing films of all time, cementing Fox's A-list status, making him so bankable, even his B-movies made millions.
He probably thought Teen Wolf was going to be, a movie that would come and go and not do him any good because it was called Teen Wolf.
It never seemed to matter what role he played. Audiences just adored him. Years later, they still do.
Now, what is it? 17 years after we went off the air? 17 years? People say, what was it like to work with Michael Fox? That's one of the first things he wants to know.
You like seeing Michael J. Fox be successful. Like, you don't mind it because he's not the tallest guy. He's not the best looking guy, but he is good looking. I mean, he's not going to make you resent his success. You want to see him do well.
Doc, you don't just walk into a store and buy plutonium. Did you rip that off?
So many people come up to me, somebody did today, in fact, and said, you ever talk to Michael? How's Michael? They love him.
But despite the success and adulation, Fox is often given the ultimate Hollywood compliment. He stayed grounded.
He's very realistic and down to earth, and grateful for the success. He's not a prima donna in any sense.
Well, Michael J. Fox is like, a little bit more of an everyman who's a little smarter than the average bear, but you identify with him. You like him.
A lot of times actors who are less secure or less involved, they have to go out because they have to somehow see that energy in the room change when they walk in so they can, they see the reflection of their power, in their glory. But for Mike, the reflection would always be in the work.
Fox made the giant leap from sitcom star to movie star seemingly with ease. He made the leap back look just as graceful.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll have Tribeca sit.
But returning to the medium that made him a star meant there would be some changes. This time, Fox wanted more control.
Mike definitely was in a totally different job on Spin City than on Family Ties, and he had much more responsibility. He was legitimately, as executive producer, much more deeply involved in other elements other than just acting.
He really has a great sense of the whole behind-the-scenes process and what is required to make an enterprise like this work.
Spin City reminded fans why the actor had been called one of the giants of TV comedy. But it wasn't as easy as it looked. Behind the scenes, Michael J. Fox was desperately trying to keep a painful secret. Still in his 30s, he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The illness robbed him of control of his muscles, making it almost impossible to deliver the performances he was used to giving.
It was painful, because Mike is such a perfectionist, to see him grappling with this and beyond his control.
We who worked with him, 8 to 10 hours a day, sensed that there was some problems, but it was explained to us that he had Lyme disease or something else. He covered it with a good story, and he's a good actor,
Fox covered well, but as the disease progressed, his body began to betray him.
Obviously, the whole production schedule had to change, because you literally could work when Mike could work, and when he couldn't work, there was no way to make him work. It was just cruel and inhumane, and it just couldn't be done.
He realized that he would not be able to keep this a secret and be a public figure for very long. He was going to the Golden Globes. He and Tracy Pollan were in the limousine, and he started to get out of the car, but his legs and arms were just shaking uncontrollably, and so they had to keep circling the block before he could get out of the car.
Fox made the shocking announcement in 1998 and became the public face of Parkinson's disease. Using his enduring charm and his powerful celebrity to raise awareness and cash for an issue that to him is a matter of life or death.
I left Spin City for a new job, finding a cure for Parkinson's disease. Frankly, I hope I'm out of work within 10 years, because that's how fast scientists feel they may crack this thing.
You can't find Mike. He's someplace else in the world every week. He's one of the most active, energetic, and concerned people I know.
I'm in Congress, so I feel like talking a lot.
Michael J. Fox made an enormous career change when he went public. I mean, he suddenly went from being an actor to being a poster child to a disease. And Tracy Pollan has been right there with him by his side through all these years, through the entire thing.
My life does not begin when this struggle ends. My life is not on hold until I find a cure. My life is not, who I am is not waiting to have this lifted from me. I'm who I am now. I'm who I am with this.
Michael J. Fox called his autobiography Lucky Man, saying his life has been filled with blessings from the very beginning. But it was more than luck that brought the small-town kid from obscurity in Canada to outrageous fame and fortune in Hollywood.